Hello, I'm Susan Bowers, the 2019 chair of the KCRAR Forms Committee. This year, the committee spent many hours reviewing the current KCRA forms and considering changes suggested by the members. Today, I want to go over some of the most significant changes that you'll want to know when using the 2020 forms. The first form I'll touch on is the residential real estate sale contract. One of the biggest changes to this form is regarding the effective date. The effective date is now strictly determined by the date of the last signature by either the buyer or the seller on the sale contract or counter-offer addendum. Although the seller's disclosure and the lead-based paint addendum are important to include in the contract, the signing of them no longer establishes the effective date. Another important change regarding the effective date: we have removed the line to record the effective date on the last page of the contract. So just remember, the last signature by the buyer or the seller on the base contract or the counter-offer addendum will determine the effective date. Also in the sale contract, we've made a change concerning earnest money. We've established a new term, delivery period. The delivery period defines the time frame in which the earnest money deposit must be delivered. If the earnest money is not delivered during the delivery period, the seller has the option to cancel. If the delivery period is not filled in, the default is now 3 days rather than the 2-day period that was on the 2019 form. This was changed to account for delivery when weekends are involved. This change also applies to the counter-offer addendum. Moving down to the last page of the sale contract form, to help eliminate confusion, there's only one signature line in the form certification box. The agent preparing the offer should sign that line. In addition to the residential sale contract, the changes I've just talked about have also been made to the land sale contract and the new home sale contract. Now let's move on to the seller's disclosure addendum. The seller's disclosure for residential and condo have 2 new items that your seller need to address. We've added a question asking the seller to disclose whether any animals or pets have resided in the property during their ownership. We've also added a section for the seller to list smart electronic components that can be controlled remotely. While on the topic of smart home technology, I'll also point out that an electronics system and components section has been added to the sales contracts and listing agreements, requiring the seller to provide access codes or reset to factory settings. Now let's move to the contingency for sale and closing addendum. We've added a couple additions to option number 1, contract for sale of present property, and lender letter for buyer of present property. Also in this form, we've added some language to clarify what needs to be done when the buyer accepts an offer on their current property. An addition was made to all listing contracts and buyer agency contracts pertaining to those of you who are members of a franchise. We've added a box. You simply need to check to disclose that you're a member of a franchise. Our final update for anyone who works with new home sales: we've removed the builder's right to repurchase paragraph in its entirety from the new homes sales contract. I hope this helped you understand the biggest changes in the new 2020 KCRAR forms. Thank you for watching.